going to be my first impressions get ready with me of the year of 2022. And this is probably actually not the first video I'm filming this year. But today I'm going to be trying out the Colourpop Plush Like Me eyeshadow palette. I did get this palette sent free to me with an order that I placed a couple of days ago. They were doing like a promotion where you could get up to 3 or 4 free palettes depending on how much you spend. And there was an option of like 5 different palettes you could choose from, and this was one of them. So this is the Plush Like Me palette. First off, the packaging is one of the most stunning packaging I've ever seen on any of their palettes. Sorry, there is something in my eye and it's driving me freaking crazy. Okay, I think I finally got it. I don't know why I always have to get a million things in my eyes when I start filming, because it's not like I've touched my eyes before this. I just literally put on eyeshadow primer. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this palette because I'm getting really annoyed right now. I don't know why my eyes are bothering me so much. Okay, so it has like this really beautiful like velvet raised packaging. And at first I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this palette or not, but I'm like, you know, this is a free palette that I got with an order. So this is what the palette looks like. And I was like, you know what, let's just try it out. I'm kind of curious. So it comes with a lot of matte shadows in here. It's kind of like a 90s inspired themed grungy palette. But I kind of wish there was like more deeper tones in here, but it's okay. And then it comes with 4 shimmers, so we're just gonna try it out because why not? So I'm gonna go in with, I think, some of the cooler tone options. I don't know if this one's gonna be dark enough. I really want to use that one in my crease because like there's really just a bunch of like, you know what, let's use this one. Actually, we're gonna start with that shade called Velour, and that's a really pretty like deeper brown, and I'm just gonna take that, and oh my god, that's pigmented. I did not expect that to be so pigmented. Whoa, okay, that is very smooth. I mean, it did pick up a ton of pigment on my brush, so, and it's not very dusty or a lot of kickback, so that's actually pretty nice. So initially when I saw this collection, I thought it was so pretty. But when I saw the actual palette, I was like, it's kind of a bit underwhelming. And I actually skipped the whole collection altogether. And that's the same thing that I did with the Limoncello collection. And like I said, I only picked up the brush set in that collection when it came out. And then I ended up getting the Limoncello palette and then this palette free with the order that I just placed. So I was like, why not just try out the palettes? I went a little bit high with that one, so I'm just going to do that up here. But this picks up really pigmented. Like, dang. I didn't think it was going to be that pigmented. Okay. I'm actually getting another palette today. This video will probably be up after I do a first impressions on a new brand to me. But before we get into that, I'm just going to do my defining shades. I'm going to take this like medium toned brown called Flannel. I love the names of these. I just kind of wish they were a bit more interesting. But they're very pigmented. I'm surprised on how pigmented these mattes are. I was like, oh, they're just a bunch of neutrals, but they're very rich, deeper mattes than I'm used to from Colourpop when it comes to like their neutral shades. I guess because I haven't tried that many neutrals from Colourpop this year. I've been trying a lot of like the collab palettes and stuff. I mean, I have tried the neutrals, but not in like the regular palettes really. So anyway, I'm going to be receiving one of the Adept Cosmetics palettes because the new palette they came out with, I was very drawn to, and I ended up ordering it. And it was supposed to ship in late January because it was supposed to be a pre-order. It's coming today after I'm at work, obviously, so I couldn't try it today, but I didn't think it was going to come that quickly, and it also said it wasn't supposed to come until tomorrow, and then it's like, it's coming today, and I was like, what? I was like, that is super fast. Okay, and then for the outer corners, I'm going to go into this deeper reddish brown called Girl Band. It's hard to read the names on this metallic packaging, and the font's a little bit hard for me to read because I'm blind, but it's okay. And that's a really pretty deepening matte. I like that too. Okay, these are very nice. I'm just not sure if I want to use Throwback or Video Night. I guess that's what it says. I don't know why it's so hard for me to read this font on the lid. Not sure which one. But yeah, I decided to give this one a go, and mostly the only reason why I really wanted to try this one and keep it is because of Makeup by Trains. This is like one of the only palettes she mentioned from Colourpop that came out this year. Besides like the Cherry on Top and the Gone Matte palette. And then for the brow bone, I'm going to use the shade called, I don't even know what that says. Runway, I guess. Yeah, Runway. I'm going to put that on the brow bone. Hopefully it's not too, it's a little bit peachy tone, but that's okay. It's actually not too bad. I swear I can't try anything under my brow bone unless it's like literally my skin tone, so, or it's like obviously too dark for me. But this one is just light enough for me to get away with it, I think. I don't know. Okay, let's put on some glitter glue. Okay, and then for the lid, let's see which one I want to use. Oh, they're both so pretty. I think I'm going to do Video Night because I just really want to use this light like taupey shimmer. It's just so pretty. I'm going to use that one. And I remember my video nights at home, or I didn't have too many friends growing up. I was very quiet and shy. But the days that we used to, or I had like a sleepover with like a friend here, we would always go to Blockbuster and find a bunch of movies to watch, or rent a movie that we really wanted to see. So that's what we used to do before we had Netflix and Amazon Prime. So you had to actually go out and rent movies. You couldn't just rent them from your TV. That's why we had pay-per-view. And then On Demand came out, and that pretty much changed everything, because On Demand, we used On Demand for everything. And that's why Blockbusters couldn't last, because everything was more convenient renting a movie from your own home and you wouldn't have to go anywhere. So, but it was so much fun going there and picking out movies and fighting with my sister and brother on which movie we could rent, because my mom would usually say we could only rent one. Sometimes she would say we can only rent one movie, and because, you know, I think you only had like a few days to watch the movie, and half the time, like the movies that we would get, we would either like not finish or like not get to it. So like she would get mad if we would have to like renew it or whatever. But I don't think the renewal fee was that expensive anyway, and it's like whatever, it doesn't matter now. But sometimes she would say we could only rent one movie, and like me and my sister and my brother would all be fighting over which one we were going to get. And we're like, no, this one, no, we watched this one already. Because my brother would always pick out, 99% of the time, he would pick out a movie that we've seen already. And we're just like, no, we want to watch something new. And I think for me, I always wanted to watch Clueless, like no matter what. So that was like my movie. I can't remember the other movies we fought over. I know it was definitely like a few Disney movies, and like Disney movies were like ridiculous to rent. They were like $10 or something. That Disney was trying to price gouge back in the 90s too. It's not a new thing. So I'm going to do my base and then we'll finish up the eyes. Okay, so now we're going to jump back into palette. I just went and did my base really quick. I used my Milk Hydro Grip Primer with the Fix Plus, and then I used the YSL All Hours Foundation. Again, I'm obsessed with this foundation. I've been using it every day for work. And then I used the NYX Born to Glow Concealer. And then I just went in with my Dior powder on my face and the Pat McGrath underneath my eyes as per usual. So now we're going to jump back into the eyes. I don't know if I'm going to smudge anything. I don't really have that much time. So I think I'm just going to take the shade Throwback and I'm going to put that on my inner corners. It's a really pretty, like, pinky color. I think it's like a rose gold color. It's really pretty. I'm just going to put that here. Sometimes if I smudge underneath my eyes, especially with like a Colourpop shade, it kind of just transfers a little bit to like the under eyes, and that gets a little bit annoying, especially when I'm working. So I don't know if I feel like doing that. So I'm just going to use some brown liner. I mean, brown liner is pretty 90s too. I'm just going to take that and put it on my waterline. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then for mascara, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I don't know what I want for lips today. I was thinking about just using the Ultra Blooded lip again that I got because I haven't used it since that first impressions video. And I'm just going to do the bottom lashes off camera. Okay, and then we're going to do bronzer, blush, and highlight. So for bronzer, I'm just going to take my Dior bronzer in the shade Tan Bronze, and we're going to bronze up my face. I don't even know why I tap it because there's literally nothing that comes off the brush. Because this is very, like, hard press in the pan, so there's, like, no kick up whatsoever. There really hasn't been any kick up on any bronzer I've used this year, to be honest. Like the Gucci and the, whatchamacallit? This one. Doi. Wow, hair. Really? You're gonna play me? Oh my goodness. But I feel like this one I have to build up more than the Gucci one. It's a very light bronzer. That's why I love it, because it's perfect for my fair skin. Okay, and then for blush, I'm going to use the, I almost dropped that. If I could speak English. I'm going to use the NARS Illicit blush that I got from Marshall's, and I think this will be a pretty shade with this. Yeah, that's perfect. And there's also no kickback from that either, so I don't know why I'm tapping my brush, because I don't need to. Sometimes I just do that with blushes, so there's like less pigment, you know, because sometimes it can be like too much pigment. Oh my god, my hair is driving me nuts already. I've been doing my makeup with my hair down lately because it's actually 28 degrees today, so it just keeps me warmer because like my room is so cold all the time, so I usually do my makeup with my hair down now. So now for my highlighter, I'm going to use the Colourpop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Seismic. And this was the only good thing that came in the mystery box that I got. The rest of it was honestly a whole bunch of crap. This is literally the only thing I really used from the mystery box. This was the only thing I really wanted from it. I don't know why I just didn't order this at some point myself. And then I saw like the new mystery boxes they were doing, and I'm like, they probably made up for those crappy mystery boxes to do better ones, but they probably also did the crappy ones first so they could get rid of the crap products first. Not saying that this is a crap product. And I don't know why they would discontinue such a gorgeous highlighter, but yeah, that was a bit disappointing, so, because I had a million duplicates and they never solved my issue when I whoops, that's not the right thing. When I emailed customer service, they gave me a bullshit answer, so yeah. All right, so now I'm just gonna do the lips and then I have to go. Okay, so for my lips, I'm just pulling out my brow products because I forgot to do that. I'm just gonna take the lip lacquer that I got, the Fresh Kiss lip lacquer in the shade Speak Easy. This is such a pretty color. And such an easy lippy for every day. I can't find the Ultra Blotted Lips still. I don't know where it is. I think it's in the bottom of my bag. I just so happened to find this one first. Yes, and I'm just going straight in with it because I probably have a lip liner I could have used in front of me, but whatever. I hate this applicator though sometimes because I hate this pointy applicator with like creamier lipsticks. I'm going to finish it up off camera. Okay, guys, so this is the finished look. So here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. Like, this palette isn't anything revolutionary. I do like the look that came out with it. It's actually really pretty. But this is probably something I wouldn't have picked up if it wasn't free. And like I said, I skipped over the collection initially and the palette because I didn't think the palette was that great. I think that they could have done more with this one. I'm honestly like not too impressed with the color story, but I thought it was a pretty everyday neutral palette, so I figured what the hell and would just try it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Nothing wrong with the formula. I think the formula is really nice on this one. It's just like something I don't think you necessarily need if you have a bunch of Colourpop palettes like me. Like, it's not really adding anything. Like the Limoncello and the Orchid You Not are like adding things to my collection, but this one is just a neutral palette that's grungy, but not really. So yeah, I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. I love this highlighter. And that's it. Bye.